Please. Present. Arms.
And would you please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to our country's flag, which will be led tonight by Matthew Katz of Troop 944, Sarah Pomerantz of Troop 2157, and Victor Torres IV.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Detail. Right? Please. Forward. March.
This is a special occasion, certainly, a night to remember, if you will, because we are honoring the young men and young women who have earned the highest ranks in their scouting organizations. You are why we're here. But before we introduce you to our Eagle and Gold and Silver recipients, I'd like to introduce you to a man who's both our host and our special guest tonight. He probably needs no introduction, but I kind of like introducing him, so I think I'll do it anyway. Howard County Executive Allan Kittleman was born and bred in Columbia before it existed. Brought up in what used to be Allview, still is, before we knew words like Kittamaquandi and the next America. He went to Howard County Public Schools, worked summer jobs in Howard County, and graduated from UMBC and the University of Maryland Law School. He served on the Howard County Council for 6 years and the Maryland State Senate for 10 years. And last fall, he was elected to his current office. Just over 100 days ago, but who's counting, he was sworn in as Howard County Executive. And he honestly enjoys being part of events like this, partly simply because he believes in our young people, and it helps remind him of how well his own kids have turned out too. Please welcome County Executive Allan Kittleman.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Andy. And it is a great pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for coming. As a senator, I've had an opportunity to go to many Eagle Scout ceremonies and Gold Award ceremonies when I can. But I can tell you, I've never had an opportunity to have so many in one room and to be able to thank so many people. And so I just want to tell you, I am super proud to be the county executive of such amazing young people and families. And so thank you very much for being here. You know, when I've attended these ceremonies in the past and I've heard the stories of what people have done to improve our community, I always tell people it just makes me feel so much better. I used to tell people I was glad to get out of Annapolis to hear it. Now I'm home, and I don't get to go to Annapolis and then leave Annapolis, I stay here, but it's still great to hear, to know what people are doing, because I'm telling you, a lot of people don't hear it. And you know, I deal with a lot of things every day. Like today I had multiple dealings with budget issues and things that are maybe more difficult than I really want to have to deal with right now. But tonight, I get to hear about why we do it all. And we do it to make sure that you have an opportunity to live in the greatest county in the state of Maryland and maybe in the country, and that you guys can make it even better. And you do make it even better with all that you have done to help our community. So that's why it's so important to do this. And we're continuing a tradition that the previous administration did, and I'm glad that they did it, and I'm glad that we're continuing it. But I also know that the young folks here, I'm a father of 4, and I know that you didn't get here alone, and you had a lot of encouragement, and the stories I've heard in the past from previous ceremonies, I know that there are a lot of things you have to do in order to get to where you are today. And so I want to thank your role models, your parents, and Scout leaders who are here. So let's give them a round of applause. They have taught you well, and that's why you're here today. And there's a list here that I have talking about all that those who receive the awards you're getting tonight, but you're more inclined to do these than anybody else in our country. You're more inclined to have a greater lifelong connection to your families, and friends, and your neighbors. You'll exhibit a higher sense of responsibility to give back through volunteering and donating. You have a greater connection and concern for your community, no question about it. You exercise more self-discipline to plan ahead and set and achieve goals, which I'm sure certainly helps as you go to college or into the workforce. You'll hold higher self-expectations. And don't downplay that one. You need to have high expectations for yourself. You need to make sure you aim high so that you can go even farther. That you demonstrate a great appreciation and concern for our environment. And I'm sure a lot of the projects you've done have been dealing with the environment. You've displayed increased respect for religion and for religious diversity. And you've developed greater commitment to lifelong learning. And we are a much, much better community because you're part of it. And your families are part of it. And so I'm excited to be here tonight to congratulate each and every one of you. And to congratulate you and thank you for all that you do for us. And hopefully, as you move on, you stay here. You stay in Howard County to continue to make our county a great place to live. I've been here for 56 years, folks. Andy was right. I was born before Columbia existed. I used to tell people I wasn't born in Howard County General Hospital because it wasn't here. I mean, people joke and say, Allan, it says that you're from Albany, Maryland. I said, well, I was only there because that's where Montgomery General was located. I am about as Howard County as you get. And I can't imagine ever leaving it. I can't imagine ever being anywhere else. And I hope you feel the same way and hope you will take over for some of us old folks when you're ready, because you're the type of leaders we need in Howard County. So I'm excited to congratulate you, so I'm going to turn this back over to Andy, and thank you for being here.
Now I'd like to bring up, for the second time, Sarah Pomerantz to help us understand and appreciate one of the awards that we'll be conveying tonight. She will explain what is the Gold Award.
The Girl Scout Gold Award represents the highest achievement in Girl Scouting. Only open to girls in high school, this prestigious award challenges a girl to change the world, or at least her corner of it. Starting in 1916, the best and brightest undertook projects that improved their community and the world. Since 1980, the Girl Scout Gold Award inspired girls to find the greatness inside themselves and share their ideas and passions with their communities. The Gold Award is a 7-step project. First starts with identifying an issue, then investigating the issue thoroughly, building a team, creating a plan, presenting a plan and gathering feedback, taking action, and then educating and inspiring others. By the time a girl puts her final project together, she'll have solved a community problem, not only in the short term, but for years in the future. Girl Scout Gold Award recipients do well in life. They rate their general success in life significantly higher and report higher success in reaching their goals within many areas.
Thank you. And next we invite Nancy Castaneda of Crew 2010 to discuss what is the Venturing Silver Award.
So the Silver Award is the highest award you can get in venturing. And to start out, let me talk about a little bit about venturing. Venturing is a co-ed program for teens and young adults from the age 14 to 21. Venturing has many awards for different achievements, but the one most of us try to achieve is the Silver Award. It is the highest award in venturing and can open many doors in scouting and in the outside world. It is seen as, when you go to college and you write on your application, when they see the Silver Award, they know that you're dedicated. They know that you will do anything to make yourself that much better. You will do the work, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many obstacles you have in front of you, you will do it. But for those that join venturing, it is much more than the specifics of age group or awards. It is the journey. In the journey, you can find some of the most amazing people. It is a community where you get together with strangers and come up with friends, where you can find some of the best people while you do the things that you like, where regardless of race, sex, religion, or sexual orientation, you are, and it really does matter. You will be accepted unconditionally as part of the family venturing has become. Because venturing is not just a group of people that just get together once in a while, once a week, once a month, and talk about what type of activities you want to do. It is you getting together with your brothers or sisters, even if you're not blood related, even if you don't look alike, even if you were born miles and miles apart, you come together and you know that person from, even if you never knew them, you know where they were born, you know their whole childhood, you know everything about them, even though you never met beforehand. You will need these people for part of your journey to the Silver Award. Doesn't matter if it's just for advice, if it's because you want help from them, or it's just you want to have that person help you out with maybe, getting it's going to be hard. You can need that person, or you want that person to be there to just give you that push that you need to finish what you have to do to get that Silver Award. Because you can, with the Silver Award, it's not you doing that completely independently. Without the help of your friends and the people in your crew, you might never finish it. But with their help, with them being there for you, with them, making sure that you get your stuff done. If you ask them, hey, do you think you can help me with my project? What do you think about this? Without them doing that, you never know if you're actually doing the right thing, if you're actually achieving it with what you love and putting your all into the whole award. So, when you do a crew activity, you need the help of your crew to participate. And during your ethical controversy, you need a group of people and 2 speakers with similar jobs to have a conversation about the different sides to what their jobs involve. Those 2 people, if you don't involve yourself with people in venturing or any of that, how are you going to find 2 adults that have similar jobs when you don't make friends, when you don't talk to people? And with doing that, besides just getting somebody to be there, you know that that person's going to be there later. When you want to get when you're, again, going to college, and you need some letters from adults saying, this is a good kid, maybe it'll get you a scholarship. That adult right there could get you that scholarship. You don't have to pay for college. And that helps you out in the long run, completely. So the journey to the Silver Award will always be hard and long, but it's completely worth it in the end. And you will get the best experience and the best friends you will ever get.
Thank you very much. We'd like to invite Mark Fleming, Jr. from Troop 618, who will tell us what is the Eagle Badge about.
I'd first like to commend the 2 previous speakers before me for doing an excellent job. I took the question, what is the Eagle Badge, and kind of added a personal narrative to create my own question, which is, what does being an Eagle Scout mean to me? So, to me, being an Eagle Scout means that I've demonstrated remarkable knowledge of scouting. Throughout my years as a scout, I've shown excellence and proficiency, not just in various aspects of scouting, such as camping, hiking, first aid, and backpacking, but also understand my duties as a citizen and ambassador in the world. Being an Eagle Scout is a reflection of my diligence, my patience, and my ability to overcome a vast number of obstacles faced over many years as a Scout. Becoming an Eagle Scout is no easy feat whatsoever, and I can personally reaffirm that assertion. I struggled to reach the rank of Eagle Scout, and it took me quite a few years to become one. However, I can now say that my perseverance and determination drove me to continue in Scouting, even as I continue to grow older. Along with serving as an ode to the challenges I faced, I've overcome, the skills I've refined, and the distinction that I now possess, being an Eagle Scout serves as a challenge and a charge to me for the rest of my life. Now that I rank amongst the greatest of Scouts, it is my duty as an Eagle Scout to uphold the Scout oath and Scout law at an even higher level. I just recently completed my freshman year at Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, where I was far away from friends and family. When I initially started college, I was not around friends, family, and anyone who may have known me. It was my responsibility as a Scout to incorporate the Scout oath and Scout law into my everyday life. When I became an Eagle Scout later that in the year, this meant I had to hold myself to even higher standards. A common duty among Scouts is to act well and do what is right even when no one is watching. To take that one step further, it is the duty of a Scout to do good when no one is watching and also when no one that you know is watching. Even when I'm out in public, it is still my duty to act according to the Scout oath and Scout law. Solely based off my actions in public, another individual should be able to draw some kind of hint that I was a Scout. Once I achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, this idea advanced to another level. I now have to act not only as if I'm wearing my Scout uniform all the time, but I have to act as if I'm wearing the largest of Eagle Scout patches that can be seen from any distance, as I now represent a group of elite Scouts. Being an Eagle Scout serves as a constant reminder that I'm representing something greater than myself. When I tell those who I meet that I am a Scout, they often ask if I ever achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. And I proudly am able to answer that yes, I am indeed an Eagle Scout. Being an Eagle Scout means that I can proudly pronounce my past triumphs and my journey as a Boy Scout. The one chapter of my experiences in Scouting has ended. Being an Eagle Scout constantly serves as a reminder that another chapter is just beginning. I'm an Eagle Scout for life, and I must uphold this rank and all that it stands for wherever I may go. Being an Eagle Scout means that I will apply the principles of the Scout oath and the Scout law in my endeavors in college and the rest of my life. Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, we ask Addison Lash of Sea Scout Ship 361 to speak on what the Sea Scout Quartermaster Award means.
Good evening. My name is Addison Lash. I'm the bosun for Chesapeake Sea Scout Flotilla and currently the bosun of Sea Scout Ship 361. For those of you who do not know that terminology, that means I am the head youth for the unit. In terms of Boy Scouts, that means I am a senior patrol leader for my ship. As you may notice, my uniform is a bit different than the majority of you here today. I am a Sea Scout. You would not be the first person to ask, what is the Sea Scout? The short answer, Sea Scouting is the best kept secret of the Boy Scouts of America. While other programs of the Boy Scouts of America occasionally offer sailing, motorboating, and other water-bound activities, Sea Scouting is the easiest way to get on the water, as National has branded. Sea Scouting was founded in 1912, just 2 years after the Boy Scouts of America. Sea Scouting gave young men the ability to stay in Scouting in their later years as they were phasing out of Boy Scouts. Now, a co-ed program, 103 years later, we still have our original ranks: Apprentice, Ordinary, Able, and Quartermaster. Quartermaster is one of the 3 highest ranks a youth may earn in the Boy Scouts of America. It is equally recognizable as the Eagle Scout Award and Venturing Silver Award, which now has been replaced by the Summit Award. For a candidate to earn the Quartermaster rank, he or she must prove their knowledge of handling a vessel, knowing the history of the water, and above all, must show their leadership. Earning Quartermaster is a difficult challenge. Last year, there were 51,820 Eagle Scouts and only 37 Quartermasters. Now, don't let these numbers scare you away. Sea Scouting does change lives. Sea Scouting not only can give a youth a lifelong love of the water, but can and has been a stepping stone for many into maritime careers. It is a great beginning place for any youth interested in the Naval Academy, Coast Guard Academy, or any other maritime academies. Sea Scouts are constantly trained to be safe when on the water, and because of this, we are one of the safest groups on the water today. In closing, Sea Scouting is still the best kept secret of the Boy Scouts of America. But wouldn't you like to change that?
Thank you all for expanding our knowledge about that. Now we'd like to ask Rebecca L. Conover of the Girl Scouts, Renee Seymour of the Boy Scouts, and Jeff Burt, the advisor for venturing, and the county executive, to come forward for the presentation of your certificates. When I call your name, and honest, I'm going to do my best to do it justice. Please bear with me if I get any of them wrong, but I'm trying. When your name is called, please come up here to the front of the room, step to the podium, and in as close as you can get to about a sentence, please tell us about your project and accept your certificate. Our first certificate goes to Nancy Castaneda.
For my projects I did, I went to an elderly home for women, and I took my crew and we played bingo with them. So I called out the numbers, and I had some of my crew members sit down with them and play bingo with them, help some of them who couldn't really see well or didn't really hear any of the numbers that were being called. And my second was I taught a class to venturing about leadership and organization and all that.
Thank you. Next, Victor Torres IV, a Venturing Silver Scout recipient. Venturing Crew 2010.
For one of my projects, I built 3 big bulletin boards for the Howard County Living Farm Heritage Museum. And my other project was taught physical fitness to my venturing crew.
Next, Yasilf Muncie Soto, a Venturing Silver Scout recipient, Venturing Crew 2010.
For my venturing projects, what I did was that for my first one, I did a recruiting project in which we were trying at my church to recruit new members. For my second project, we were working on our curriculum requirement for the Ranger Award.
Now, Addison Lash, Venturing Silver Scout for Sea Scout Ship number 361.
One of my projects was to help run and set up the week for the Sea Scout training, and also promote Sea Scouts within the Baltimore area county.
Ashi Agrawal, a Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 369.
I organized a math competition and festival for elementary school girls in Howard County.
Carly Albright, a Gold Scout Award recipient.
I built a victory garden in honor of the wounded warriors at the Therapeutic and Recreational Riding Center.
Catherine Wegman, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 1214.
I collected lacrosse equipment and was able to create a new lacrosse team in the inner city of DC to help kids learn leadership skills and valuable life lessons.
Sarah Pomerantz, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 2157.
I created a booklet based off the Breakfast Journal, the best-selling interactive booklet, but it combated the media's perception of women. I called it Wreck This Image.
Bridget Thorpe, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 548.
For my Gold Award project, I worked with the Howard County Conservancy and I installed a wildlife camera and I helped raise wildlife awareness in our area.
Alicia Pelkey, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 1372.
For my project, I built activity stations for the clients at Therapeutic Recreation and Riding Center.
Jessica Jenkins, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 548.
I raised over 400 juvenile oysters with the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and video documented the whole thing to create how-to videos so that other high school students can also oyster garden.
Emily Ingalls, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 369.
I created a high school volunteer program for an inner city organization called Orchids. It's like band orchestra stuff. And then I also collected over 30 instruments for them.
Laura Brzezinski, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 157.
I helped girls improve their self-esteem by teaching them skating and ice hockey skills.
Karen Kittrell, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 2527.
I made and delivered over 300 backpacks to abused children at the House of Ruth because they often arrive with nothing but the clothes they're wearing.
Alicia Townsend, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 1018.
All right, so I took a 30-lesson curriculum for my church, all handwritten, and I put it on a website, taught the class, put videos and pictures with it to share to other parishes throughout the community.
Robin Pidliski, Gold Scout Award recipient, Girl Scout Troop 1227.
I implemented pet food into 2 of our local food pantries in Howard County.
Matthew Fritz Katz, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 944.
I led a group that built and delivered 3 dog houses for the Animal Welfare Society of Howard County.
Ryan Anthony Grasso, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 882.
I built a fire pit at Fox Haven Farm with benches. It was a learning center for like organic farming.
Wyatt Benjamin Bauman, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 1111.
For my project, I built and installed 10 wood duck boxes to promote further wood duck population in Maryland.
Sean M. Hollern, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 1111.
I rebuilt and reorganized a detached garage at the Veterans of Foreign Wars in Ellicott City for use of the members and the public.
Parker Howell Meek, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 874.
I worked with Glenmar United Methodist Church, and we built a line queue in a new building for their Walk to Bethlehem, which is to teach about like the story of Christmas.
Patrick James McGuire, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 1111.
I built shelves at a local food pantry that really needed it.
Matthew Eric Bishop, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 007.
For my project, I designed and built bat houses with the Howard County local Parks and Recs and the recipient of Brown Parks in Howard County.
Eric Thomas Figge, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 72.
I built and installed a bat house at the Howard County Farm Heritage Museum, as well as an educational display to teach the public and the museum visitors the importance of bats.
Matthew Stephen Werner, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 874.
For my project, I constructed and installed 25 reserve shelter signs for Patapsco Valley State Park.
Vincent McKenna Wild, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 373.
I built an 8x10 storage shed to hold gardening materials that were taking up space in the Sunday school rooms of my church.
Jesse Matthew Kinsler, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 361.
I built a picnic area for the doctors and nurses and techies of the Howard County General Hospital.
Mark Anthony Fleming, Jr., Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 618.
I played percussion on the Appleton, I played on the drum line, and also I played in this suite also. So for my project, my team and I built these storage containers for the drum line that would lead to easier transportation and also storage in between shows.
William Patrick Connor, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 007.
For my project, I constructed 4 archery target stands for the Damascus Isaac Walton League.
Kevin Conrad Coben, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 601.
I really put us on the spot there. So for my project, I built 8 benches for an outdoor classroom at Hammond High School, which according to my sister are still in use, so still going strong.
Philip Michael Brown, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 793.
For my project, I constructed multiple road signs and 3 benches for the Howard County Living Heritage Farm Museum.
Matthew Jackson, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 615.
There are a lot of Matthews here tonight. I built a 110-foot long pathway at the Howard County Conservancy near the parking area.
Nicholas Daniel Garnsey, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 361.
Sorry, got a bronchitis. So. My main project was creating a dry creek bed for a local church to clean up a tributary to the Chesapeake Bay.
Kenai Martin Levine, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 540.
I built and installed a bunch of birdhouses at the lake at Arncombe Middle School.
Joshua Michael Tope, Eagle Scout, Boy Scout Troop 75.
Hi guys, for my project I planted, protected and mulched 200 new trees at Rockford Branch Park in order to help protect the invasive species that are taking over the forest there.
A couple of things, if I may. First, I hope we have not overlooked anybody, but if there's anybody here who should have received a certificate and hasn't, please stand and let us recognize you and prepare your certificate, which we have here. We haven't missed anybody. Okay. We still want to take a picture of the group. I'm just going to basically conclude this, and then perhaps we can all assemble.
It'll be Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Venture Scouts.
3 pictures. Listen to Scott. He will arrange you for the...
Starting with the Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts first back here. A final word?
No. Thank you all very much. Thank you for your inspiration to me and to everybody else in Howard County, and continue to move on and do great things. Thank you very much.
One other note, if you would like to see pictures or to download any pictures of this event tomorrow afternoon, you can do so on the county's Flickr page. To view and download those pictures, go to the Flickr page. The address of it is on the door as you're on your way out, so you can see where to go to get those pictures tomorrow. Again, congratulations really to each of you, parents, scouts and all. I think all of us here realize that thanks to you and your hard work, the future of Howard County is in good hands, and from all we heard from all of what you've done, it must have been tired hands, but with a real sense of accomplishment from your project. Please join us in the lobby for refreshments, more photos if you like after the official photos here. Thank you to all. Please have a safe trip home.